If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Hopefully you've seen the videos that I've been covering lately on this channel and my other channel about the food shortages. I've been talking about it for quite some time now. As far as them self-sabotaging our supply chain, our food supply chain, it is going on around the world. I'll show you what's going on in the UK as well, but you've got to see what they're blaming it on now in America, because people are starting to get suspicious about airplanes flying into supply manufacturers or food processing plants, or people are starting to get suspicious about trains refusing to deliver fertilizer so farmers can't plant, especially since food is like essential for us to live. You'd think it'd be the top priority, food and water, not locking people up in their own homes. Speaking of which, I want to implore you to check out the website at callforanuprising.com. I just put up a video over there about what they're doing in China, because they are fencing people in. That's right. They're building fences around people's apartment buildings, homes, and they ain't letting them out. And it's coming to a country near you very, very soon. I recommend you join the website because, again, I don't know how long I can keep doing it here. I keep trying. Look, I'm a channel that had 500,000 plus subs. I'm at about 30,000. What happens is they just wean you out. They just keep making me make new channels. A lot of people have their own lives. They're busy. They can't keep up, with where my channel is. They forget where I am. They get unsubscribed. If you can join the website, please join the website so you can see content that I don't have to censor, and we could all prepare for this and what is coming. Now, the food supply thing has gotten so ridiculous now because they're kind of like, yeah, maybe we should find another excuse as to why we're going to starve everybody. We've told them that we won't take stuff off of shipping trucks because people are afraid to get a common cough and a sneeze. We've told people that they're not producing stuff. Well, how about, we got a new one. How about Russia? That's right, Russia's going to cyber attack farmers now. That's the latest warning from our government, that Russia could potentially be cyber attacking farmers to mess with their crops, and people are actually going to buy this. Because again, when everything hits the fan, they don't want to make sure that people don't look at their government and say, you did this to us. And they're realizing that despite the massive amounts of censorship and everything they're trying to do, that God is working through many, many people, all of us, and trying to get the message out to people so they wake up and snap out of this trance. You see why your own government's not answering questions or talking about anything? Because you're all, not you guys listening, but everybody else out there is sitting ducks. They're sitting ducks, and they have fingers pointed at all these other countries when your own government is doing it. They're building underground bunkers. They are prepared. They are prepared to go underground and hide in their underground cities that they've been building for years with our tax money. And now they're ready to pull the plug. This is what's going on, folks. And, they'll blame it on cyber attacks, and the idiots will believe it.
Well, this is something that you don't hear about every day. The FBI now warning farmers to be on the lookout for potential hackers. Officials say cyber criminals might go after agriculture cooperatives during planting and harvesting seasons because they believe that those could be more vulnerable and willing to pay off the extortion online so that they can get back in business again. The FBI says that 6 grain companies were targeted last fall and 2 others have been attacked this year. In a public advisory, federal officials say a major disruption of grain production would impact the entire food chain. It touches a lot of different products.
The FBI now is telling farmers to be on the lookout for hackers. Investigators say that cyber criminals might go after agricultural businesses during planting and harvesting season. These hackers are targeting them because they're more vulnerable, busy, and might be more willing to pay off the cyber criminals. The FBI says a major disruption of farmers would impact the entire national food chain.
Farmers need to be on the lookout for potential hackers. That's according to a warning from the FBI. Officials say cyber criminals might go after agriculture cooperatives during planting and harvesting season. believing they could be more vulnerable and willing to pay off the extortion. The FBI says 6 grain companies were targeted last fall, and 2 others have already been attacked this year. In a public advisory, federal officials say a major disruption of grain production would impact the entire food chain. They're calling on farmers to take defensive measures against the potential threat.
So you hear them. I mean, you can't make it up, can you? Can you? How many excuses do we need for them to tell us, oh, well, the grocery store, there's not going to be any food with the, oh, do you think? There's not going to be any food, not because of a Russian cyber attack. By the way, are we at war? Is Russia at war with Ukraine or America? And they can still get away with using Russia as a scapegoat here. Why? Because they've cancel cultured Russia. So Russia's going to take the food supply chain away from American citizens who don't care and have nothing to do with this. Of course, that's what our government will tell you they're doing. But it's your socialist fascists that are in charge who are literally are dictators who are put in place, not elected, put in place by people like the World Economic Forum and other secret societies and global organizations that have gotten the power now, that are in control, that are going to start pulling the plug on citizens. And if you don't believe how scary things are getting, if you haven't seen, like I said earlier, my video on what's going on in China, look it up for yourself. Look it up for yourself. They literally are fencing people in. I said that our homes are going to be prison cells, that they were all making it into prison cells with the tech we were putting into it so that they can watch and monitor it because there are no privacy laws anymore. They do what they want. And now they're literally fencing us in, too, around the world, soon to come to this country. Now, it's not only going on in America. People need to be aware because this just shows you that it's the governments all around the world going after their citizens. Oh, right, we're supposed to believe it's Russia. The UK, it says sleepwalking towards food shortages, farmers warn, because of rising costs of fuel, fertilizer, and feed. So fertilizer, they can't plant seeds. And the stuff that they come up with that people believe is unbelievable, but we know why and how they do it because we live amongst, what do I say all the time? The dumbest people to ever exist. So in the UK, they're prepping them too for this. And here, of course, the food and agriculture sector partners hit it with a string of destroyed food processing facilities are now being warned over concerns of ransomware attacks by the FBI. So, as if it wasn't enough that they're blowing up and setting fire to these places, as if it wasn't enough, and is it Russia, by the way, who's going to these farms and taking like milk and stuff and dumping them in fields? We've seen videos of that. We've seen videos of farmers who are getting letters from our own government being told to destroy their crops, and they'll pay them double what they actually would get on the market for them. So they're destroying their own crops. How about some of the food we saw in China, throwing them into dumpsters? How about, the odds of planes crashing into food processing plants over and over again? Yeah, nothing to be suspicious about here. Trains not delivering fertilizer. And, some people are getting suspicious. So what does the FBI do? What does Big Brother do? Oh, well, look at the boogeyman again, like they do every other time. Like we had to look for the boogeyman for a decade in a cave over in Afghanistan. Now we're looking at the boogeyman all the way, dozens of miles away, over in Russia and Ukraine, and this little speck of dirt the size of Texas is affecting all of us in America from eating, right? Oh, and of the fuel to get the food. Just the fact that we're even having this conversation, and we had it 2 years ago with the shortages in stores on the shelves with food, and they were saying, the food's being delivered, but because of the 1-9er, they're shutting factories down, they're shutting transportation down so people can't get food. It's the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. So you're telling me that you'd rather have a nation of people starve to death than get the flu? Would 99.9% people survive it? I can't even go into detail about it because I'm not allowed to talk about it. Only Russell Brand can talk about it because they want to keep you trapped inside of the big pharma narrative and the left-right narrative. There is no left-right. There is no big pharma narrative. This is God and the devil. That's what this is about. This is us versus them. If people could get past their ridiculous sensitivities, this wouldn't be happening. But unfortunately, we can't get past that now. Because the right is just as much to blame as the left. Because the people on the right, oh, Elon Musk bought Twitter. Things are going to get better because I can tweet on Twitter now. Oh, Elon Musk bought Twitter. No, we're not going to be protected from words that hurt our feelings. Imbeciles. They are going to starve people to death Do you think the plan for Depop was just with what you saw? That wasn't even part A of this plan. The technology they've created is to eliminate us from being needed. And yes, I know that the King of Kings laid down his life for us and we are saved through his blood. But guess what? Guess what? There's nothing in the Bible that says lay down, bend over, and wait for me to come grab you. God says to be prepared, he'll come like a thief in the night. He doesn't say, you know what, Big Brother's going to drag you into a FEMA camp. Be ready. Be ready for it. He doesn't say, go willingly, let them starve you. He warns us of what is to come and what these wicked people in high positions of power have planned for us. And it's all coming true in front of our eyes. And everybody cares about words. Ooh, my feelings. Ooh. Well, a small portion of these monsters who are in charge, absolute monsters, are getting away with this. When they easily could be handled by citizens not complying to this, destroying their television sets and living their lives without these people ruling over them. Because they don't want to just rule over you, they want to control you. They want to be in you. They want to know what you're thinking. That's how sick and twisted they are. And then they come out and they go, well, the FBI is warning of a cyber attack. Oh, a cyber attack is going to make food not grow. Is that it? Well, everything runs on computers, Call. Oh, okay. Well, they can't go into the computer to ship the food to the grocery store. Oh, okay. What excuse will be next? Why don't you just tell me the actual problems that some farmers are having with crops? Why don't you just explain the real problem that some of them are having with not being able to grow it? Other than the fact that you won't give them things to grow their dirt with, or you only give them their Monsanto dirt. How about the crap you're dumping on the sky? And how farmers are having trouble growing anything because you're shielding the sun. Or dumping graphene nanobots and everything else, aluminum from the sky. Oh, no, they won't tell you that. The FBI, what they say is ransomware. Oh, okay. Ransomware. I guess I won't eat. Yeah, wait till it happens. I'm not yelling at you guys listening. I'm just so sick and tired of seeing people not listen. I'm constantly suppressed. I can't get my message out to enough people. You know? This ain't a pride thing. This ain't an ego thing for me. It's about wanting to reach people, snap them out of this trance. Instead of being distracted. Johnny Depp's on trial? Ooh, Edward Scissorhands is on trial. And in 3 days, I'm not going to have water. Oh, okay. Give me an utter break. When is this world going to wake up? The UK is next. With the food shortages, we're already seeing it here in America. And every excuse they can come up with, they'll run out there. They don't care. They see the reaction. They saw what just happened for 2 years. Barely pushback after 2 years. Finally, a little bit. But the majority of people complying and doing their bidding for them, like in 1984, being tattletales for them. That's how stupid most of these people are. I shouldn't even use the word stupid. I should use the word damned. Because a lot of these people are damned. Pray for a lot of these people who are being victimized. Pray for our fellow man who just cannot see through this because of their pride, their education, which isn't real education, their brainwashing, that they believe in all this stuff. They believe in quote unquote democracy, which doesn't exist anyway. They are resetting it all, and they are starting right now with phase 2, and it goes right into your cupboard where they start taking food and water out of your mouths and mine and everyone else's. A reminder, check out the video I just uploaded on the website. If you can join, I recommend you do. If you don't, that's fine. If you need to find me, that's where I'll be, in case this channel's gone at some point in the near future. I appreciate all of you for being here. Those of you who subbed over here, hopefully we can get the message out. People will become aware and suspicious of this. If they're not, then I don't know what else can be done for these people. Pray for them. I thank you for being here. God bless all of you and your families.